Welcome back to SGT, or Skaliber's gameplay tweaks. Today we're going to be showcasing version 1.1, which will be the last major update for Minecraft 1.14. And today we're going to be going over some simple function files. Now, if you watched SCUR v3.4, then you will have seen the villager wall behind me right now. But we now have actually also improved on this one as well. So at someone's suggestion, I've also added a second tab at the end here where you can see all the villagers and their profession levels as well. So we have the... You know, I'm not going to pretend like I know what the levels are. And I can't even ask these guys, can I? But the stone one, the iron one, the gold one, the emerald one, and the diamond one. I know one of them is called apprentice and one of them is called probably master. I think, there you go. Anyway, yeah, so we have all 5 of the levels at the side here. And yeah, you can see iron, gold, emerald, and also diamond as well. And you'll see that that happens for the plains, taiga, savanna, jungle, desert, snow, and also swamp villages as well. So anyway, what this function file does, for any of you that didn't watch SCUR v3.5, is that you can stand kind of down here at this little corner and type out function, Skaliber, and then toolbox, and we have buff, creative, paintings, villagers, and zombie villagers. Now this one summons the wall of villagers, this one summons the wall of zombie villagers, which you can see here, and this one summons a wall with all the paintings on it. I would say this is probably the ugliest one, but it does the job, you know. So if you wanted to view all the paintings, you can see them all on here. So like obviously my custom paintings like the Wither, and also the Wasteland and the Bomb, and also the very angry bee, you can see them all on here, as you can see there. But yeah, all of these features actually come with a nifty feature where every single entity here is tagged with a specific line. So I think for example for the villagers, it's villager underscore marked, and then when I push this button right here, what it's going to do is delete the entire wall and kill all the villagers. Now originally when I was using this in SCUR v3.5, v3.4 even, you could actually kill villagers that were nearby the wall. So for example, I'm just going to spawn a villager in right here and just do the wall again. So again, you can see if I type function, if I type function correctly anyway, Skaliber, and then villagers, it will spawn the villager wall. Before, if I was to have a villager standing here and then destroy the wall, he would have died very, very, very quickly. Like, he would have been the first one to die. Because obviously what it was doing is it was looking for any villagers and then looking outwards, and it had a certain limit that was the number of villagers in the wall. So I think the limit of villagers on, well, I mean, you can work it out for yourself. It's rows height. I think it's about 106 off the top of my head. I could work it out now if I wanted to, but there you go. Which brings me to another point. If your computer is a little bit toasty, then maybe don't use this one, because this function summons over 100 entities in one space like this. So it is a little bit laggy, unfortunately, but there you go, we have the villager wall. We also have the zombie wall as well, which shows every single version of the zombie villagers. At this point, I haven't actually put on the levels on the side here, because I feel like it's not too important when they're zombie villagers. But yeah, mainly you can just see the different biome-based skins over here. So we have plains, we have taiga, savanna, we have jungle, desert. They're a little bit unclear at this point. Snowy, and then also swamp as well, and it just creates a little bar above them so that they don't burn in the sunlight as well. I could have given them all fire resistance, but I figure this is just like better, because they will actually set on fire even if they have fire resistance, I think. Wait, is that right? I think that's right, isn't it? Let's just try that. What am I looking for? I might as well use a zombie villager just to be more sure. And then I'm going to get a fire resistance splash potion. I feel like this is correct, but I'm just going to try it out. Right, you... No, you already walked out from under the fire, nice. Okay, do it. Yeah, so he still burns. He still gets the burning effect, which is annoying, to say the least. And I'm going to have fire resistance, so I'm going to do effect clear, Skaliber, fire resistance. Okay, yeah, so if you were to use this command here, it would also destroy the wall completely, as you can see there, including the bar at the top. That one was actually in the pack for quite a while. And then if I go back here, I can do function, Skaliber, and then scroll down to zombie villagers, and then get the wall back, as you can see. For anyone that doesn't realize, by the way, all of these different devices at the bottom here are actually lined up with the professions. So, for example, you can see this right here is the composter, and every single villager behind it will be the farmer profession, because that's kind of what their workstation is for the farmer, and so on and so forth for each mob. And for obviously the default villager at the end, which is a nitwit, or just kind of like a guy who doesn't have a job. He's just unemployed, basically. Then he has a crafting bench, because it's just looks nicer. So there you go. Different medals, obviously types for the different villages here. So you get stone, iron, gold, emerald, diamond, and the same thing applies over here, but obviously without the stone, emerald, diamond over there. And I spawned that in one off, didn't I? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Doesn't matter. But there you go. So we have the villager wall and also the zombie villager wall. And again, if I destroy this, every single zombie that's been spawned has been tagged with a specific tag. So if I hit this button, it's not going to destroy zombie villagers within range of it. It's just going to destroy all the ones in the wall specifically. So over here we have paintings. And again, the same thing has been applied. The paintings all have a tag applied to them, which is painting marked. So if I was to spawn in a painting really close to the command block and then destroy the wall, it would only destroy the paintings on the wall, as you can see there. And again, this is probably the cleanest one that I've actually done in the pack, because it's just kind of, it's nice to be able to just see all the paintings all at once. I actually tried to include this one as a standalone in SGT version 1. But yeah, I tried doing it with a structure block, and that was not fun. Structure blocks are weird. Including entities and stuff is just strange, and having like just a random structure that you have to call from like just knowing the name of it seems a bit strange. So I don't know, it's better to have it in a function file as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, what this does is it summons a giant wall of quartz blocks and then summons the paintings individually in the correct place. Now there's not really any sort of ordering to these. I've got like the 2x1 and the 2x4. Wait, no, the 2x1 and the 4x2. I guess that, yeah. 1x2 and 4x2 at the top there, as you can see. We have a skeleton, we have the bee, we have all the tiny ones, we have the 4x4 giant ones, and we have the different 2x2 ones there. And I've just simply moved them around so that they look nicer and have this sort of gradient as well. You could in theory remove all these quartz blocks at the top, but there's no reason to do that because it would be quite a complex /fill command, so there's just no reason to do it really. So there you go. So yeah, no real gameplay updates for this one with SGT v1.0. So if you're only playing in vanilla survival, then you really don't have anything to worry about. Look, the light's on. The light's on. Oh my god, look at that. I'm just gonna enjoy this for a moment. There you go. It rarely happens. The light very rarely comes on for any of you that don't know. So yes, any of you that are playing in vanilla and playing survival obviously won't really need this update, but if you are playing in creative mode and you want to see your villagers, zombie villagers, or your paintings, then this is probably a really convenient way of doing it. So yeah, the reason I got inspired to do this one was I think actually it was Shumavoid recently. Actually, I was watching a video of his, and he came up with a method of spawning in all of the different villages in a very similar way to what I did there, but without the base and the different tables at the bottom as well. And yeah, and a lot of people in the comments were like, "Yo, can you give us the function file? Like, why would you go to the effort of making a function file like that and then just not giving it out?" So yeah, there it is. If you want to spawn in all your villagers, all your zombies, or all your paintings, you can now very, very easily do it with SGT version 1.1. Anyway, the next video coming out will actually be SCUR v3.5, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that one, and I shall see you very, very soon for some more fancy texture updates, some of which you will have seen in this video, more of which you'll see in the next one. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and the download for this version of SGT will be in the description as always, and I did this in one take and didn't fuck up, and I'm so pleased. Okay, thanks, bye.